Hey guys, it's Tony from Pro Edge Paintball, and today we're going to be going over how to do basic maintenance on your DYE CZR. This is a super awesome gun that's really popular with new players, and a lot of people ask like, hey, how do I clean my DYE CZR? So today we're going to do our best to answer that question for you. This gun is really neat. It comes from DYE, and because of that it uses an item called an eye pipe. It's a little plastic tube in there that holds your ball detents, and it protects your eyes from broken paint. So what happens is if you break a ball in here, that eye pipe is going to prevent those eyes from getting dirty so that they keep working even though you broke the ball. So we're going to pull that eye pipe out first by sticking our index finger in the front of the gun. But before we do all of that, let's make sure we don't have any paint, hopper, barrel, or air tank attached. Safety first, guys, but let's go ahead and grab that eye pipe now. So you just stick your finger in there, pull your index finger all the way to one side, you'll feel the ball detent, and then just pull your finger out and it comes out as easy as, just super easy. We're going to go ahead and put that off to the side, that way we don't lose it. Alright, now we need to pull the bolt system out. That's going to come out through the back. It's going to be right here with what we call a back cap. It's going to use a large Allen key. It's actually going to be a 1/4 size. DYE guns use standard Allen key sizes, no metric. So just go ahead and put your 1/4 Allen key in the back cap here. Slot it on in, and then counterclockwise turn out. Now sometimes the back cap will unscrew from the whole bolt system, just like it did right here, and that's completely normal and fine. Sometimes you can grab the rest of your bolt system because it's sticking out the back of the gun. You can grab it and pull it out, but if you can't, you can always grab a handy dandy barrel swab. I really like the Exalt barrel maze and use it to push it out by pushing it through like that. Alright, but we were able to grab ours and get it on out of there, so there we go. So this is our bolt system right here, and what we're going to do is we're going to take it completely apart. So we've got the back cap, what I like to call the bridge right here. This moving piece right here is our bolt, and then this last piece right here is a can. Now because there's this bolt tip O-ring, this doesn't pull out super easy. So what I like to do is I like to grab a pick and get in there, get it loose, just like that, and then this bolt system will slide right on out. And you can see that there's an O-ring on the inside here as well, that little orange O-ring, so it also needs to be greased because all of these O-rings need to be greased. So what we'll do is we'll wipe the grease off and we'll apply new grease. So just grab it right on off. Alright. We have some lube right here. The lube that comes with the DYE CZR is great lube, and you should definitely use it. I'm using the same stuff, it just comes in a slightly different package. Put some grease on this inside can O-ring right here where that orange one is. The next most important part is this red O-ring right here. This is called your bolt cell O-ring, and it's incredibly important. These are going to be the most common areas for the gun to leak, especially if it's leaking down the bolt or out through the body and the grip frame. Alright, so now that we've greased that up, let's go ahead and put them back together and grab that blue O-ring we had earlier, our bolt tip O-ring, and reinstall it. Alright. There's a little O-ring in here. You can grease it by putting grease directly on the O-ring, or you can grease this part right here and it'll transfer that way. I like to put it directly on the O-ring, so get you a little dollop and just work it onto that O-ring and put this little bridge back on. Just screws on just like that, and now we have our rear bolt, which has two rear O-rings on it. We still have a little grease left over from that last O-ring, and we're just going to put it on there as well. Get it all greased up. You don't need a whole lot. You don't need to like cake grease onto the bolt system. It just needs enough to be lubricated to show that it's on the O-rings. And then lastly, what we're going to do is we're going to put our back cap back on. And there we go. Now we're good to go. I'm going to put a little grease on these green O-rings on the outside. They do help create seal, but but by greasing them, it also helps the bolt system slide in a lot easier. All right, so there we go. And now we're going to slide that bolt system right back in. We've pushed it in all the way, and now we're going to grab our 1/4 Allen key and tighten it back down. It doesn't take much to tighten it back down, just like that, and it's done. You do not need to torque this down, just hand tight, guys. Nothing in paintball needs to be like all your strength in to put together. If you're putting a lot of strength to put it in, you're doing it wrong. Stop, back it out, and start over. All right, so now we have the bolt system in, but now we got to put this eye pipe back in, and it's going to go in the same way we took it out. We're going to go in through the front of the gun. You'll notice, if you look right here, how it's channeled. It definitely has a very specific way it goes in. So what I like to do is stick my finger in there kind of deep. That way my knuckle kind of holds it in place, and I can kind of feel by wiggling it around where it slots in at. This is like literally the hardest part of the whole basic maintenance of this gun. So there we go, got it slide in. You may be able to see it, yeah. So you may be able to see it right there from the top looking down. So what I like to do when I can see it in there, I like to go ahead and just pull my finger out and just push it in by going through the feed neck, and it snaps in place and you're good to go. If you guys have any questions or comments, please drop them down below in the comments section. We hope you like this video, and if it helps you out, please leave us a like and subscribe so you can keep getting content from us. Now, all of the stuff you've seen here today, you can buy online at proedgepaintball.com, or you can come shop us in store where we have all of these items as well. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you have a wonderful day.